Hey friends, welcome back. If you only hang out with me here, I want to say Happy New Year because this is the first time I'm seeing you with a new video. I hope you were able to rest and recharge over the holiday season and hopefully go into 2021 with some hope and a fresh spirit. I am certainly trying to, but I am getting ahead of myself because today's video is actually a bit of a throwback. I vlogged throughout November and December, and I had told you that because I wasn't doing in-person events, I would have this extra time to vlog, but it ended up being a very busy season. I think I kind of neglected to realize that all of those in-person interactions and transactions at pop-up events would translate to online, which takes a little more time needing to pack the orders. The USPS was also overloaded this year, so that was an extra challenge this year. If you are a small business owner yourself, you know what I'm talking about. It was just wild. Many of us had to do things early this year, but we're on the other side of that now, and I just want to say a thank you if you shopped with me over the holiday season or shop small in general this year. I really tried to encourage my audience to shop small this year, and I really felt that love, so thank you. And I feel very grateful to be in 2021 now. You know, when it was March 2020 and I had no idea what the year would bring, being able to look back at that now and have stayed resilient is something I'm so grateful for, and I have you to thank for that. So I appreciate you. And I would encourage you to keep shopping small, even though we're past the holiday season. Just keep that in mind, and also supporting your local businesses, Black-owned businesses, BIPOC-owned businesses. You'll see in this vlog, I talk about this a little bit, but it just kind of takes one extra step when you are shopping sometimes to seek out a small business. So as I was saying, that brings me to today's vlog. I have all of this footage from November and December of 2020 that I didn't get to share with you. And rather than just let it sit on my hard drive, I still wanted to share it. I think it was a fun look into like the craziness. You'll be able to see how crazy it was based on my messy buns and not wearing makeup at all. It was just go, go, go. But I thought you would still enjoy this. It is a bit of a long one, but I wanted to just close out 2020's vlogs with this last one, and then we will move into content for the new year. So I hope you enjoy it. Happy Small Business Saturday. Such a fun day. I would normally be at Phoenix Flea today, so I'm certainly missing that, but fingers crossed for next year, and I'm just trying to make the most of it today. I just had Jake help me film a little video in here. It was like kind of a mini studio tour where I just said hello and, you know, talked about the day, and I am planning to post a bunch of my favorite small businesses today. So I'm gonna eat some lunch and then do that next. I just filmed that whole video and I realized I didn't even put on mascara. Okay, there we go, much better. I wish I had been wearing this in the video, but oh well. I got a fun little tool in the mail today from a small shop on Etsy, and I know some of you have your own shops, so I thought I would share this in case you offer enamel pins. One of my retailers actually shared this on Instagram. They are an online boutique called Pin Ultimate. They have an awesome collection of enamel pins, and the owner Lauren stocks a couple of my pin designs. This is by a shop called 5 Sizes Too Small. You have to put the numbers in there, and it's a 3D printed pin back removal. So it didn't come with a jar, it just came with this piece, and then you pop it onto your own jar. It's like the smaller mason jar size, and I got like the rainbow sea punk version, and it's such a cool colorway. This green, yellow, copper is like what dreams are made of. And then you take your enamel pin. I've been trying it with a couple of my pins. You take the pin and you put it onto the slot like this, and then just push down, and you pull it off a little bit, and then the pin backs pop right in there. It's really easy for me to do it with my new Arizona Native license plate pin. The Hummingbird pin, a little more tricky because of the unique shape. It's still easier than pulling them off myself if you're gonna do them in bulk, and then they all end up in the bottom there, and then you take your card and just package the card. I will link the Etsy shop below. It shipped really quickly. I have the bags of my pins still because I was waiting for this to come before I like bulk packaged them. So I've been packaging them like individually, but now I'll get them all packaged and ready to go. Hello. I don't even know what to say. Like, all these clips lately have just been me like hustling, I guess. It's Saturday at almost 2 p.m. and I was watching Netflix. I've been obsessed with Sugar Rush lately. Jake likes it too, so it's a fun show we can watch together. I have, I don't know, 7 or 8 orders to pack today. These are orders that came in a little bit ago, but I have just been waiting on a restock of some of my holiday cards in order to ship these out. And then I have some new orders that came in as well. My plan for today is to pack those orders, work out, shower. I need to record some Instagram stories. I'll tell you why in a second. And then I do want to paint ornaments. Jake is busy right now, and then later he'll want to like play video games with his friends, which means I'll have a lot of free time. I have this whole batch of ornaments ready to paint. Actually, I guess I do need to seal them. So all the base colors are done, and then I lay down a first layer of matte sealant because it makes it a lot easier for all the painted details like quail and cacti and lettering that I add to stick better. So I'll do that now, so those are drying, and then I'll paint ornaments for part of the day. And this evening I would like to do some baking. I have just been so busy that I have barely baked. The only thing I've made is I found like a healthy peanut butter cup recipe on TikTok, and they are super, super delicious. So I'll link that below. I really recommend it. But that's my plan for the rest of the day. Already today, Jake and I walked to farmer's market and popped into a little boutique. I got a couple things for my mom for Christmas that I had been eyeing from Instagram, and that worked out really well because they were trying to limit how many people went into the boutique. So I had already seen like the 2 things I wanted to get her on Instagram, so I was able just to pick them up and check out, and then we had some lunch together. So now it is work mode time. I've been working every day, even though it's Saturday and Sunday. I just want to get orders out as soon as I can. I just recorded all these clips before I realized like how messy it is, but this is just reality. I have all these extra boxes here because I reuse them for orders. But the reason I need to record Instagram stories is that today, December 5th, is the cutoff for some of the products in my shop. Not all of them, because of course I have a lot that I ship from here, but I do have some goodies that are made to order, and today is the last day. So let's get into it. I wanted to show you packing one of today's orders. I did a little promo for Black Friday, which I changed to Technicolor Friday in my shop. And I did something like this last year called Poppe packs, where orders of a certain amount got a free Poppe pack in their order. So I am packing Danielle's right now, and I got to select the art for the Poppe packs. So essentially I took a look at what was ordered and then added in art that I thought they would like. This order was all holiday cards, except there is one greeting card in here that's not seasonal, which is my Rainbow Saguaro's greeting card. I already tied this up, so I can't show you. I'll show you what I picked out for the Poppe pack. So first goes in the thank you card. I have a bunch of postcards that are like the limited edition postcards that coordinate with my wall calendar this year, but I printed a whole batch on the wrong paper. This is gloss on both sides and it's kind of flimsy. My actual postcards are like this, much stiffer. You can't bend them, and they are matte on the back. So since I have a ton of these incorrect ones, I've been adding them into orders. So those go in there along with my business postcard, and then I'll get some tissue in the box here, and we can add in the Poppe pack. So the Poppe pack was a greeting card, 2 postcards, a sticker, and then a button pin. So for the greeting card, I did pick another holiday one since Danielle ordered quite a few holiday cards, and This one is rainbow, which kind of coordinates with some of the rainbow ones in the order. And then a sticker, I'm adding this cute Jackrabbit one. I've been putting this one in a lot of orders because I think it's adorable. And then I added 2 postcards. One is my Emerald Valley postcard that is always available. And then this one is one of my exclusive postcard calendars. So you have to order the calendar with the postcard pack to get this normally, but I thought this would be a nice colorful touch. And then I'm adding this adventure button pin in there. But first I'll put in the actual cards from the order. And then I tuck the button pin back here so it doesn't push into the cards, and add a little sticker on top here. I do add 1 piece of tape to these for security. But I'm really happy to say I actually have designed my own paper tape. So I'm switching over to that as soon as it arrives, and then I'll save this just for like heavy duty things. But I'm really thrilled. I've been wanting to switch to paper tape, and then I also got to customize it. So I did like a pattern of cacti and florals with my logo on there. I am packing a couple orders, I think, 3 actually. I thought we would do that together because I have something new that's fun to show you. First though, I got this shirt in the mail yesterday, and it's by an artist, probably consider my favorite artist of 2020. I don't know how I found her. I actually think maybe I found her because I follow JoJo, the singer, on Instagram, and they are friends in real life, I realized. So that must be how I found out about her art. But her name is Christina Martinez, and she did a collaboration art show with her husband in LA, who's also an artist, and it was in November. There's like details on the back. But their art show was called 2 Sides to Every Story. And I got this really oversized so I could pair it with bike shorts like this. And I love the look. But this is his artwork. And then hers is on the side. So I thought that was kind of cool, like the dichotomy between the two. There's like a text conversation of theirs. I wish they also would sell an art print of the poster for the art show because it's so sick. It's rainbow, and Christina does a lot of portraiture work, which isn't on here. This is like her other kind of signature stuff, but it's like a portrait she created, but then the faces are like half her style and half his, and the rainbow is like this gorgeous, oh, in the background, not the rainbow, the background is a gorgeous rainbow in beautiful tones. So far for the holidays, I've only shopped from small businesses, and I've just been like going down my list. For me, I find it just takes like one more step of thinking. Like I'm like, oh, let me find this item. And then I'm like, okay, let me find this item from a small business. It takes a couple more Google searches, or just like bookmarking small shops and just revisiting those when you're ready to make a purchase. So let's get these orders packed. Oh, I need 3 of these. Jake helped me put all these boxes together when I was so busy from like Black Friday weekend, which I called a Technicolor Friday. He was very kind to help me do some things that like he could do without me. So like fold boxes, package greeting cards. It was very nice. And this is what I wanted to show you. I have now designed my own packing tape, and I must say it turned out really, really beautiful. And I ordered like a decent amount to make it worth the purchase, and I did not realize I literally got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 10 rolls of this. This is so much tape. This pattern, actually, I am so thrilled to use it because I actually painted this watercolor pattern for a kids apparel line I was going to do with a small business brand that makes children's clothes, and it ultimately fell through, it didn't work out. So I've always liked this pattern and wanted to use it, and I think it paired really nicely with pink, and my logo is printed on there. So this is a seamless pattern, just goes and goes. I just wanted to try an eco-friendly option compared to plastic tape, and this tape is so expensive that when I price compared these, it was like almost the same, but look how much wider it is. That's gonna be really nice. And like for this box, I don't even use a full foot of tape, so I'm imagining this is gonna last a while. That is cool. I'm so excited. This should be the thumbnail. Okay. Ah, so cool. And then my label can wrap around here. I didn't put shipping labels on those packages because I saw that my shipping labels were gonna come today. I actually ran out, which I didn't expect. So I had to send like 2 or 3 packages yesterday with like printing the labels on paper and then taping them, which is how I used to pack all my orders when I first started selling art. And it's like in my old vlogs, you can see me using like clear packing tape to put labels on, and I can't believe I used to do that because it's so time consuming. I think I did that for a long time. I don't know why I never just bought shipping labels. I will say I still don't use a label printer. I use a regular printer with like the 2 label sheets, just because I find that convenient that I print everything in the same place. But there was even like 1 year where I was shipping my yoga mats I had designed, and they would ship some orders, but I also shipped from my shop, and they were like super intense to pack because they used to come in this like paper tube. I actually have one tucked right here. It used to come in this, which is quite challenging to pack. So we used to wrap it in bubble wrap and craft brown paper. And I say we because my dad used to come help me because they were so difficult to pack. It was really helpful to have 2 people just to get them done. But I think even back then, we still taped on, yeah, I know we did. We still taped on the labels. All that to say, I ordered a big pack so I wouldn't run out, and now I can get these 2 packages labeled. Anyway, after I packed those orders, I did work on an email to send to my email list. I included some pictures of good stocking stuffers like enamel pins and stickers that are $15 or less. And I mentioned like my new batch of ornaments coming, and then also that calendars were restocked. Personally, I think if you've never collected any of my art, I think it's like the best thing to collect because you are getting 12 months of artwork, 12 pages of art, plus the intro pages and the covers. And this year there is a calendar pack available that goes with the calendar. So there are 12 postcards, and each postcard matches one of the 12 months of artwork in the calendars. And I did that so you could have like 12 mini pieces of art, or you would remember to send a postcard to a loved one every month. So I think that's fun too. That's also a great option. You're really getting a lot of art for the value that way. So I always like to share about it because it's truly my favorite thing I design every year. This is my 4th year having designed a wall calendar, and oh, it's so cool to think that next year will be the 5th year. If you want to be on my email list, the link is always in the description, but it's paigepoppe.com/join. It's a fun way for me to update you. Email list always gets early access to new collections. I had the idea to shoot some of my greeting cards like propped into the Christmas tree. And I did mention this to you the other day. I did change the name of these greeting cards. I was like, I'm changing the name because I can. These used to be called my Holiday Lights greeting cards, and I always thought the name was too generic. Like honestly, I would get orders for them and I'd be like, Holiday Lights, what card is that? So I changed the name to Saguaro Lights. It's just perfect for the Saguaro cacti. These are the 2 colorways I had before this year. This is just called Saguaro Lights, and then this one's called Pink Saguaro Lights. Very straightforward. I usually get more creative with the names, but if I have things that are like 2 different colorways, I try to keep it similar. And then I did come out with a 3rd colorway this year. So this is called, now you can see the color better. I really loved earth tones this year, as you know from my Sonoran Serenity collection that came out in April. So I just couldn't resist. I thought that would be a nice neutral one. So I'm gonna try and put these like in the tree if they will stay. We got a little bit of flocking flying out of this tree here. I have to say, this is my first flocked tree, and I thought it would be extremely messy, and it really, really wasn't. Like, I only had to vacuum when we set it up, and it's been fine ever since. Okay, I got them all in there, but when I take the photo this way, this piece is so dark. I don't think it's gonna match the aesthetic of my Instagram feed too well, and I would try to like crop it in, but then I can't. So I think I'll leave these here, and then I can photograph them another time once it's golden hour, and we'll get a little more like brightness, because I'd like to get some of this painting back here. I could try it with my phone too. Ooh, that was the secret. Phone photography instead, so let's do that. Well folks, you can see what has gone into an Instagram post. It's very elaborate. Too elaborate. And speaking of Instagram, I thought I should mention I surprisingly hit 16,000 followers on Instagram this week, which is just crazy. I haven't had like that much growth on social media this year, and I really don't dwell on that. I try to really just like show up for the audience I already have, and I've tried to do that for years. It can be easy to get caught up in the numbers games and compare, and like when I do that, I try to just, you know, like rework my thinking and just be grateful. And I think that's very healthy. And like Instagram is important for business because it's good to have eyes on what you do. And a lot of my business and like opportunities come from Instagram, but I also do get quite a few like word of mouth referrals or people finding my art through a retail store, like a small boutique. So it's one part of the equation. It's not everything. So it's not something I worried about, but I did kind of notice like my growth wasn't huge this year, but it's a weird year. Didn't take it too seriously, but just in the last month or so, I have been like so grateful that a lot of people are reposting my art or adding it to their holiday gift guides from small businesses, and it's really made a difference, which is so wonderful. So speaking of all of that, I think I'm gonna do like a 16K giveaway on my Instagram. I thought that would be fun, and when I do those, I try to do multiple winners. So if you want to find me on Instagram, stay tuned for those. I think it should be fun. Good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. I didn't really bother getting too ready today because I am painting ornaments all day, and I have this on as a paint shirt. I will be painting ornaments all day, aside from getting a few more orders packed and going to the post office, which I will do shortly. But I just got a few packages, so I thought we would do an unboxing. Okay, I restocked a couple of my holiday cards. We've got Festive Oputia. This was a new card this year, and I only had like 5 left, so we've got a few more because we're getting close to holidays. I didn't want to order too many. And then Technicolor Lights, a classic. I restocked these as well, and I updated the back here. I'll put them over here. And the other thing in that package was just some of my 5x7 art prints of Quail on the trail. I think now that I have these, I can ship another order as well. And then this was the loveliest surprise. I did not know I was getting this. I shared that I had given a presentation for the Arizona Girl Scouts, just about being an artist and my process. The girls were 5 to 11 years old. It was a really special evening, and it kind of like gave me some new confidence to speak in that way. So I'm actually gonna speak in January for a arts charter high school in New Hampshire, and they were so kind to send me a thank you gift. So there was a card in here, super fun. Girl Scouts. Oh, FedEx is here. Yay. What did I get from FedEx? No idea, but we've got more things to unbox. This is super nice. Fruit slices. We've got some, ooh, trail mix in here. Jake is gonna love these. Let's go get the other packages. Those packages were both Jake's actually. Oh, these are my sewing scissors. I'm not gonna use those. Okay, you know my love of Senita. Actually, you might not know my love of Senita because I vlogged about their workout clothes, and then I unboxed what I got, and I'm not sure I ever put that footage into a vlog because I have all this footage from like October and early November that like was so all over the place. I didn't put it into any vlogs. I have waited like literally all year until they released their black leopard print leggings, because I have a pair of black leopard print leggings from like when I was in high school probably. Do you see this? Oh, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for how beautiful these are. They are local to Arizona, women-owned business. Okay, last thing. Found this amazing Johnny Was parka coat on Poshmark. Supported a thrift store. They wrote me a lovely handwritten note, and it says, all revenue from sales go to support persons in need in our small rural community. We hope this jacket brings you joy. So nice. Like, are you kidding me? I love this brand, Johnny Was, but I really would prefer to buy it like secondhand or resold on Poshmark. Oh my gosh, so it folds into the bag and then you zip it up. This is definitely not like a full winter coat like for Minnesota or something, but you know, good for AZ, good for sunny days in Minnesota. So this is the inside, all these different patterns, and then I love that the outside was mainly floral. It's beautiful. I just made a couple of pairs of earrings for orders. These are my golden Quail earrings and Technicolor Saguaro. It's 3 p.m. now, and I did finish all of my hand-painted ornaments, and I got them in my shop today, and I'm just extremely grateful that they are almost all sold out. I think there's 5 left. I have to say, it's always really fun to see like which ones go first and what people pick out. Like, someone ordered 2 ornaments today that I can see right now that pair perfectly together. Actually, weirdly, they are sitting right next to each other, which is a weird coincidence. Sometimes I know which ones will go first, and sometimes it really surprises me. I'll show you. I have had 3 different ceramic ornament shapes throughout the holiday. So I had these, which are like a ball ornament, so like a kind of a modern take on a Christmas ball, which was fun. And then the peace sign shape. Just wanted to do something different. I liked having a little cutout. It was a fun painting challenge to make these. But then I have a 3rd shape, which was not in the first batch of ornaments, but is in this batch. And it is this one, which is a round ornament. Jake and I think they look like candy. So they are rounded, but then they are just flat on the back. And these are pretty similar in size to the ball. If I am able to get another batch of ornaments out before the holidays, I'm pretty sure I will. It will only be this shape, but I think these are quite pretty. You know, they're really similar. These ones just have like a thickness, and these are more of a slim profile, but these might even be a little lighter on your tree, but I really like them. And here is the whole second batch of ornaments. I love seeing them all together. I have them all out here because I want to take a photo of them on a white background with my little setup here before I start shipping them. So then I'll have a photo of both the first batch and the second batch. I think that's just kind of nice for memory keeping for myself. So I will start packing these orders a little later. But first, the reason I was set up over here is that I have a new batch of my tea towels, and you have seen these. These are the ones that are the screen printed version. So there's 2 different designs in this beautiful rust colored ink. I get these printed in Arizona. They got this order to me a week earlier than I planned, so I so appreciate them because I know they're working with fewer employees. But anyway, I have a wholesale order of these for Birdytell, one of the companies I work with. So instead of being like a boutique, they are a gifting company. So they have these beautiful like pre-curated gift boxes. So this might be paired along with like coffee or tea or popcorn, mugs, notepads, all kinds of things. Or you can build your own box on their site, which I have done before and gifted to friends, and it's really lovely. So I need to fold and tag all of these, which is kind of a long process, but if I just do it all at once, knock it out, it's good. So I'm gonna fold them all, and then you have seen me do this. I think I punch all the tags thread them all with twine, tie them all up. That footage was me folding all of 12 towels, so I've still got a bit more to go. I think I'm only gonna fold the ones for the order just because I have other things to do. I don't know if you saw, but as I was folding, I always was checking to make sure the fold was like in the right place with the design, and I actually made a little like guideline on my desk here with pencil, which I can just erase. So first I fold it to that line, and then when I fold it this way, I fold it to this line. So I've got to adjust it a little. And then in this direction, I fold it in half and then over. Sometimes it needs a little adjusting like that, but mostly it works pretty perfectly. And the design is in the right spot. While I'm working on these, I am watching YouTube, and I have been loving As Told by Kenya, her channel on YouTube. She also has a Patreon, which I haven't watched, but she is talking about Patreon in this video. But all her videos are so good. I think I've watched every single one since I found her. And this video, she is sharing her perspective on being a Black content creator and social media, the algorithms relating to Black influencers, and it is very interesting. So I will link her channel below. She also does commentary on makeup brands, celebrities, sometimes like music and fashion, and she also makes me laugh out loud so hard. She is pretty funny. So yeah, I'll link her below. Back to the present, February 2021. Thanks so much for going back into the past with me. I hope you enjoyed seeing what went into this season. And now I'm looking forward to the next season and seeing what we will create together this year. And I hope you'll stay tuned for it. Whether you have been here for a while or are new, I hope you'll subscribe and see what's to come. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel get found and hopefully enjoyed. And also, I would love to hear from you. So comment down below, let me know what you enjoyed most about this vlog. And like I said, subscribe if you are new. And let's see, I promised I would have a new outro for the new year. What should it be? Here we go. I always say that as an artist, I paint vibrant artworks of nature to enhance your joy. So let's say I hope this video enhanced your joy, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.